Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging with us today. I have decided to change the scenery because I want you all to get in the fireside chat feel for us as we have our small business panel right now with three amazing entrepreneurs that I'm so excited for you to hear from. So, first up, we have Shayla Foreman joining us from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Her first salon opened in May 2011, but she quickly outgrew her physical location and decided to move, and while at it, expand her business. And Randy is an entrepreneur who has gained national media attention for his company, Tally and Twine, where he designs and manufactures watches and other accessories. We have Renee King joining us from Mount Vernon, New York. So New York is also in the house, and she knows that it takes a village to raise a founder, and she's on a mission to create that village for 10,000 Black founders. Now, Renee, as someone who owns a service-based startup, what are some of the unique issues that you face when you think about navigating the digital space? How do you find ways to integrate technology and other tools into your business model?
The unique challenge that we face is we've always been digital and only a digital brand, right? A digital business. We didn't have a physical footprint. So the challenge, though, that you face is how many people can you take on through our process, which even though we are a tech platform, we still have a human touch, right? We still have a high human touch feel of servicing and meeting our clients and talking to them. So we have to create a balance of doing that, right? So we can still be efficient, take in enough customers, but also give them the experience that they want. So what we do is we're using technology like Google Workspaces, Google Drive, Google Forms, different things where we can share and collaborate and easily like automate our onboarding or automate the tools and tips that we send to our entrepreneurs. We leverage things like that. And the other thing that I will say, the biggest thing that has helped me a lot, because I would have never probably been able to start this business without it, is Google University, right? So having the access to be able to Google whatever it is I don't know, because trust me, entrepreneurship is a game of like tons of things you do not know. So being able to like learn as you're going on via different things like Google University, Primer, Google Coaches Program, different things like that has been also the game changer of like, well, how do I automate this? What is the best practice of doing this? Who's done this before? Give me the playbook. And then that's what we do.
Technology has played a part in all of your businesses, though. So, Randy, I'd love if you could speak to how you might be using data to help articulate your business value both on and offline.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is in the information age, having data at your fingertips allows you to make smarter choices and better decisions, especially as a small business, because we have much less room for error. So we can't afford to kind of throw money away trying things out. And the way we utilize that data is taking that information and using that to make smarter choices and better decisions. So, for example, we use one of our most trusted sources is Google Analytics. Use that to find out who's going to our page, what their demographics are, what are their behaviors on our website, and then we in turn use that to structure the way that we do things. And one of the big changes that happened last year was that a lot of data became unreliable. So it's good to have Google Analytics as a source to go to for reliable data and using that to make smart decisions. So it's at the forefront of what we do. We go to the data first, and then we use that information for our benefit.
Even if you have a brick and mortar, make sure that you are present online. Make sure, because technology is the new normal. Like, this is our new generation. This is the way things are going. So you have to be online. Have your online presence has to be easy. You should have a website. You should have visuals, pictures, things like that to keep people involved. Things like your analytics, seeing where your customers are going. What are they clicking? Are they clicking your address? Are they clicking your phone number to call you? Are they clicking your website link? So, knowing that if they're clicking your website link, you definitely want to make sure your website is thorough, consistent, you have good content, and you keep it updated for everything that's currently happening within inside of your own business, to lead them there to your brick and mortar.
It really guides like every decision. Once you get past like the hurdle, or you get help, which I did, I got help from actual Google professionals to say like, tell me how to do this. I don't understand. Like, what should I be looking at? Once you get past that hurdle, every decision you make, really, you can back it up with data. Like, so for us, there are products that we're testing, and we are able to see based on the data, like, okay, did they like it? Did they buy it? Did they, download it? We're seeing like, what's the uptick? What's going on? And it gets addictive, I will say, for me. Like, it gets addictive once you start understanding to how to read your data, or how to understand or learn, or wherever it is. It does get addicting, where like you'll start checking it very regularly to see like, what is the fruit of your efforts. Like, it's not just about sales, it's to say like, what happened on the journey as for why did that end up being a sale, or why did it end up not being a sale. So just jump in. I think it's intimidating at first, but jump in. You're going to get addicted to it, and you'll realize like you can really drill down and make some really great decisions for your business based on the data.
What tools are you all using to make sure your business stands out as Black owned? And how do you also make sure you're supporting other Black businesses? And I'll start with you, Shayla.
So first, for everybody to know that I'm a Black owned business, I make sure that if there's an option for you to add that you're a Black owned business on any type of platform that I use, I make sure I have that checked. I add that into my keywords. I'm a Black owned business as well as a woman owned business. So then that way, when they're looking for a certain item and they look up Black owned businesses, I'll come up in their search. Also utilizing hashtags as well. Hashtags work as well, because a lot of times people will search hashtags, and then that way you'll come up in that aspect of it. I have a brick and mortar, so I also have a sticker in my window, a Black owned business sticker, as well as a poster that I also have hanging up in my business to let people know that are driving past or walking past that, I am a Black owned business. Also, for the other Black owned businesses, like one thing I'm really into giving back, or us working together to help market each other. So I allow other Black businesses to bring their merchandise into the salon and have it in there at no charge. Like whatever the customers purchase, that's all their money. And that way, their business is advertising for me, and I'm advertising for them as well, creating revenue and wealth for us all.
How do we make sure as Black women we're standing out in a growing market where there's so much opportunity?
Leaning into your authenticity is how you stand out in the market, right? Like, just be authentic around what is it you're building, what's the problem you're solving, how you're solving it, all of the elements of how you're designing your business. Like, be authentic with it. And also listening to your customers. Those are the two things I would say. Like, be authentic with what you're building and how you deliver it to your customer. And then just being really in touch and listening to what your customers' needs are and meeting their needs is how you stand out. I think that's the two things that has worked for us as for why people choose us. And that's part of storytelling too. Like, really, it all gets wrapped into storytelling, where people can understand, like, we jumped into this space because we want to fund Black entrepreneurs, period, right? And we told a story that catalyzed that, and people come still to this day, they remember like, oh, I saw you on this video when you said that, and I can't believe. So lean in. This is a time that we can shine exactly how we are. We don't have to like sugarcoat things. We don't have to change our whatever it is, our appearance, or how we like code switch. You can be you and authentically you, down to your services and everything. Enjoy it.
If as long as you're walking in your purpose, you'll be okay, and your business will run successfully. Being consistent, be consistent with your consumers, be consistent with your staff, be consistent with yourself, because consistency drives success. Like, it drives anything that you're doing, and be the energy that you want to attract. That's my motto. You be the energy you want to attract. Like, you give off positive energy, you give off positive information, and you'll get the same back in return. You never know. Your positive energy might rub off on somebody who's having a bad day or needed that. So those things will successfully have you on a different level of business, dealing with the consumers, because of people need you. Sometimes people need you for more than just your service. They need you for the energy that you have and are given.
It's important when starting a business to understand why you exist. Because whether you know it or not, this is the question that customers are going to ponder, either directly or subconsciously. Is why do you exist? Why do I need this product and this type of way at this time? And if we think about that question a little bit, I think it will improve how we develop our products and our services, and it'll also differentiate yourself from the competition a lot. So understanding why it is that you exist for me is something that's really, really important when you're starting out. So,
Shayla, what advice would you offer?
When opening a business, you want to go with continuing education. It's so important to know where to start, to build your foundation with strength. Getting the education. There's a lot of free education out here, like Google Digital Coaches. Google Digital Coaches is a free program that's statewide. Get enrolled, register, hashtags as well to find out what to do next. Go to Google and say, hey, I want to start a nail business, or I want to start a hair business, and see what they pull up. Find other resources, find a network of people. I've met a lot of people going to Google Digital Coaches, a lot of other businesses. We network with each other on a constant. So you have to form a relationship. You have to form a relationship with other businesses, even if you join groups, whatever will help you take that risk. Allow other people to give you, hey, you know what, I did this helped me. Like, I tell people, I did Digital Coaches program, and it took me to a whole nother level. So if they're in the states near you, Google it, find it. I'm telling you, it will change your life.
I couldn't agree more. Renee, any other advice that entrepreneurs watching need to know?
One, start where you are, use what you have, okay? And you have a lot right at your fingertips, right at your phone, right online. Literally, like, you have, like Shayla had mentioned, you have digital coaches, you have Google University to just figure out, like, yeah, you have this big vision of a entrepreneurial journey or entrepreneurial business that you want, but let's start small, right? Start small and just get going, because you may plan this big elaborate plan in your head, and when you actually are in it, I'll tell you, as an entrepreneur, what I've planned when I go in is not what happens. So the sooner you get in there and start, the quicker you're going to figure it out, right? You're going to figure it out as we go. None of us know this stuff. I'm telling you, we don't know day to day. We're literally figuring it out as we go. And build the crowd that you need to support you, right? People who, when it's really rough, you can turn to them and be like, today sucked, and they're going to have your back. People who, they have advice for you. They've been there. There's founders who are further along in the journey that you can say, how did you do this? People who could be potential customers, friends, family, like new people that are online. Build this crowd of people that you need. I'll say politicians, I'll say everybody. You need everyone to be in your corner when you're building this business. It takes a village. I've said it before. I think Angelina said it in the beginning. It takes a village just to raise a baby and to raise a founder. So start building your village even when you haven't figured it out. Like, help lean on that village to get the advice and the help you need as you're building it. So start where you are and build your village.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you all for sharing your wisdom and being a part of the village of everyone who is watching with us. Randy, Renee, Shayla, thank you so much for being here.